Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for another video. It's your host Crypto Glenn. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me and I appreciate it. If you guys have been following me for any elongated period of time, you know there's a couple things I like to do. I like to just constantly remind you guys of being cautious of where you're getting your information from. We've been in somewhat of a bull run over the last couple of weeks, the last couple of maybe month and a half. And if it's one thing that we know, as this market appreciates in value, more and more scams and bad actors are going to come out of the woodworks to try and get your hard-earned crypto. So I like doing these videos when something comes across my desk where we get an opportunity to make an example out of someone and, you know, unsavory characters and nefarious platforms that are trying to get you to put your hard-earned money to them. So today, while I was actually perusing around the internet, I came across a video from Crypto Wendy. Kind of disappointed because I know that she likes to tote herself as being very transparent and very honest. And I also understand that she wants to be entertaining for her audience. I get that. But I also think that when you sit behind the mic, like many of us do in the crypto space, you have a duty, maybe even a fiduciary duty, to make sure that you're not getting any false information to your viewing audience. You definitely want to make sure that you're not sending them into the lion's den to absolutely get wrecked. While I was sitting down watching her cast, she had Bleeding Crypto. I believe this guy runs a paid Discord. Again, something I'm always super weary about because, you know, it just says, hey, give me your money and I'll provide you with information. I think these people like to think that most people aren't smart enough to actually go do their own due diligence to try and find decent projects. But anyway, this guy is on the Crypto Wendy show, and he's getting ready to tell people about this new project that's showing up on Binance Smart Chain. And I understand why a lot of people are using Binance Smart Chain right now. The prices of Ethereum, gas are higher than, I won't say what they're higher than, but they're pretty high. And it's turning a lot of users off. And because of that, it's causing a lot of developers to migrate from Ethereum over to Binance Smart Chain. And really the quality of a lot of these projects reminds me of what was going on with Tron back after they had their mainnet launch. Some projects were legitimate, but there were more that were very bad by nature, rug pulls, and that's what we're starting to see now. Is that there's developers developing on Binance Smart Chain, and there are projects that are luring people in with the promise of super high APYs, only to actually pull the rug out from underneath participants soon after the project gets started. So I want you guys to take a listen to what it is that Crypto or Bleeding Crypto is going to have to say here when he gets to introducing bat shares.
CoinGecko, guys, let me show you so you guys can make sure you look at the right one, because unfortunately people don't let you finish your sentence, and then they go and they look at BTS and they click on the wrong one, and look how many BTS come up. It's not this one or this one, it's BAT True Shares.
BAT True Shares.
So you click on BAT True Shares, and this is the actual ticker. Here's the contract number, and this will make sense to you guys when you guys look at my video, when I ask you guys to get the contract number, and I show it to you in the video, but this is the contract number, and it'll make sense to you later on. So this coin is giving us returns. I'll give you my example, and I'll give you some example of some members. This coin here pays you out every 8 hours, gives you interest. So on this coin here, I got into it at, I put $700 and I bought, right here, let me show you I'll show you my wallet.
Yeah, so when you pay attention to what he's saying there, you know, pay attention to his nonverbals. Him basically getting ready to swivel around in his chair and sway back and forth is a strong nonverbal that's telling us, hey, I'm getting ready to be, you know, possibly not truthful with you guys what I'm about to tell you. Notice he can't tell you exactly what price point he got in. He just knows how much allegedly that he had put into the project. Listen to what he says about the APY and how much is returning him. And I want you to ask yourself if that is something that sounds like it is sustainable.
1,902 coins of BAT shares. So what you do is here they're being staked. Every 8 hours, in this box is my reward. So in the next 12 minutes and 49 seconds, I'm going to get my 8-hour reward. Now I get an average of $1,000 every 8 hours.
What?
Every 8 hours, I make $1,000 every day. And here,
let me ask you a question. Does that sound like that is sustainable to you all? Because it sure as hell doesn't sound like it's sustainable to me. Unless this guy is some whale and a platform can afford to pay him and only him out in that amount of, value per every 8 hours. Say there's like 27, 100. Say there's 1,000 people that all have about the same amount that he does. That's a lot of money going out the window. And if it's me, that tells me that in order to continue to replenish that coffer, new money has to keep coming in. So this is the warning that I want to share with everyone who's getting into DeFi. These promises of paying you a very alluring high APY to attract you, these things are not sustainable. And they only work for the vast minority, not majority, but the vast minority of people that get in very, very early on.
Every 8 hours, I get a 3% raise. It increases another 3%, another 3%, and another 3%.
How can that be? I don't want to go on playing the video too much because I want to get in trouble for copyright purposes. But also there's allegedly, this is a rebase token. And how the rebase token works is it needs to stay pegged to $1. And allegedly this program or this project has an algorithm that once the rebase token starts to go above $1, that more is printed to bring the value of that rebase token down again to that dollar base. And once it falls under, then the additional rebase tokens are burned to bring the value back up to $1. Sounds really, really complex for a project that has such a, scammy website here. So, we're going to continue to pay attention to this. I just want you guys to be aware of, the activities that are lurking out there. And I 100% feel that this one will not be around in, some period of time. So on this channel, I like to be completely transparent and just basically put my money where my mouth is. Like I said, I don't really have faith in this project and I want to see exactly how it works. And I have 100%, I have zero doubts that this project is going to exit scam. So I've actually went in and just actually bought one of the BAT share tokens and staked it in the platform to see exactly how this works. Now, I'm not expecting to, achieve any great return because this isn't something that I got in early in. I just want to show you because I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be very iffy about something like this and they're not going to want to push in with a whole lot of money. And honestly, I can't blame you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bite the bullet on this for you. And I'm going to basically sacrifice $100 because that's pretty much what it cost me to get into this thing, to see exactly how it works. Some red flags that jumped out to me immediately is that when you come over here to CoinGecko and you type in BTS, it's BAT True Shares. Okay. First of all, why is the name of the project BAT True Shares, but then the website is Bolt Dollar Finance, BAT True Dollar at Medium, right? Now, if we actually go over here to, I don't know, let's take a look here at, what do I want to see? I'm going to start here just by visiting their Twitter page. And the first thing that I see here is that they have a very, very small amount of followers. For something that is offering, as much as it is, you would figure that the following would be much, much bigger. New account just joined this month, February 2021. And let's check and see what kind of engagement that they have on their tweets. A very, very small amount. If you've got 1,000 followers, you'd probably be expecting somewhat more. A lot of retweets or a few retweets. People saying that they're actually going to be in competition with Monster Slayer. Also, the TVL really isn't that great. There's 2 million that's locked in there, and that's probably coming in from some early investors as well as people that kind of got in the project early. But $2 million is not a whole lot of TVL to see locked into a project. You probably want to see that north of somewhere of 8 to 10 million. A lot of memes, not a whole lot of value postings. And the thing that I thought was really, really interesting is when you go back and you look at this project and how it's performed over, I don't know, like the last 90 days or so. This project was actually 84 cents just, a week and a half ago. And now it's $90, $92. I was paying attention to this earlier. We've actually come down from 100. So, that's telling you a little something. If it's such a great project, why would people be pulling out? And, go back to the website. The website looks like it's a bit video game-ish, a bit, a bit cheesy. I just don't have a whole lot of total value locked. It's now 3 million, so it's growing. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence in this project. And I want you all, if you're watching this, to be very, very weary of, getting into it. It's one of the smaller groups that's out there. It's only got about 875 members. I was just forwarded a ad that I believe that they were running for the rebrand, and it had a whole lot of mistakes, and I'll go ahead and post that on Twitter for you guys. So yeah, I just want you to be careful about things like this, because rug pulls are very, very popular now, and I know there's going to be a tremendous amount of projects out there that are going to be trying to lure new users in by promising them outrageously high APY. So just be mindful of that. Know that a lot of these things are not sustainable, and as soon as there's a certain amount of money that's poured into these things, there's a strong likelihood that they are in fact going to rug pull. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about. I mean, I know a lot of people looked up to Crypto Window, and for her just to not, I guess, be asking the hard questions. She asked the guy about, BitConnect and how is this different. And he just went on to say that, it's not really the same as, I'm sorry, he actually went on to say that he wasn't familiar with BitConnect. Like, come on, dude, everybody's familiar with BitConnect. All right. So you got to be careful about guys like this. You got to be careful about where you get your information from, and really go through and vet these things strongly, because you don't want to lose the money that you work hard for. I know we're in a bull run and everybody's trying to find out what's the best way to, get X's, 10X's, 100X's. But again, unless you're first in a lot of these things, you're not going to be able to get your initial investment out. And that's kind of what we were talking about down here is, I said, when he started talking about the project, it was paying him $1,000 a day. All I heard was BitConnect, and that's true. It's a lot of what BitConnect was, and BitConnect was super successful because it was the first of its kind that we had seen at the time, in addition to the marketing that was used to promote it. I mean, it was very sleek, very sexy, high rises, balcony, warm weather, Miami, and money flashing, and a lot of people are attracted to that kind of thing. So BitConnect was the first kind that we had ever seen like it before. And, if you've been around the crypto space for any period of time, that these things, they tend to resurface every now and again, and this reeks of BitConnect. So we're going to pay attention to it. Like I said, I've put that very, very, very small investment in there just so that you guys don't have to, because, I just don't want to see you guys lose any money. And if I lose that $100, it is what it is. I'm not going to really be too pressed about it. Do I want to lose it? Absolutely not. But, I'm doing it for the channel, if you will. Basically just went on to say that it's not sustainable. And if you are thinking about getting involved into that project, you're looking at the code, and if you don't know what to look for in the code, learn how to audit the code, right? You want to make sure that it doesn't have things like a migrator function, as well as various other functions. And to that, Crypto Window had just replied, if I had listened about removing your initial investment, to that I just replied, hey, I'm so happy you brought that up. Here's the deal. Where the price of the coin is, most newcomers putting money in will never get to the point where they're able to extract their initial investment. And that's true. Like, unless you can get in when the coins are super cheap and then kind of get the leverage once it starts to move, you're never actually going to get your initial investment out. So, just food for thought here. Don't want to make this video too super long, but I want you guys to be very, very mindful of Jesus Christ. Very mindful, had to take care of that. Very mindful of where you're getting your information from and where you're putting your money at, guys. Like, really, I mean, if it's me, understand there's value in investing in blue chip. There's value in going through and vetting projects, the proper way, reading the white paper, looking at the team, going through the code if you know what to look for, understanding what the sentiment is on social media, and really understanding how the nuts and the bolts work. And maybe if it's as simple as, if you don't understand it in its simplistic form, just not investing in it, you're probably not going to lose any money going about it that way. So just wanted to share this video with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you heard of Bat True shares? Are you investing in it? Are you not touching it with a 10-foot pole? I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.